DynamicCardStore.com to get the cards. Icons, legends aiming at the stars. Hursty at checkout to save your points. Now your bank account won't be staying empty. DynamicCardStore.com. Use code Hursty. Go on.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome to our brand new video. Today I'm going to show you 5 budget strong link trios that are really good for either A, starter teams, or B, just very good in this game right now. So I'm going to put these guys into this little team here. 5 different examples of trios, and I think there's 1 or 2 quads as well, so we might be able to have, 5 examples basically of this where you're going to see really good players that link in strongly to either meta, overpowered, or just good in the game, but they're all on a budget. Each and every one of these cards are relatively affordable or cheap. I think the highest rated card in this is an 83, so nothing crazy expensive. But let's get into it and let's look at our first budget perfect trio. Let's go. Okay, I'm going to start off with one that I think a lot of people have probably seen in FIFA already. If you've played a couple of games of Ultimate Team, you've probably seen this trio before, and it's for good reason, because this is a very good trio. In goal, we're going to go with Mignolet. He is our first player you're going to look. Then on your left centre-back side, you're going to put in Clinton Mata, and then as your left back, you're going to actually pick up a non-rare card in Nurio Fortuna. Now, this little trio here, I have come up against a fair few times, and it is blooming good. I have to say, Mignolet is actually a very good keeper. For an 80 rated keeper, he is actually phenomenal. If I didn't have other players in my main squad, I actually would have zero issue with running this little trio here, because I come up against it quite a lot, and I have to say, Mignolet is a pain in the backside. I have to say, Clinton Mata, 82 pace on a centre-back and 81 physicality. He is a beast. An anchor card, you're looking at 90 pace on a centre-back, 80 plus defence, and like 85 physicality. An incredible centre-back card that is incredibly cheap as well. It really is not expensive. And then Nurio Fortuna, again, a very budget card here, 85 pace. I would personally, again, either an anchor card, or if you want to save yourself a few coins, just put a sentinel or a backbone on that card, and that is a fantastic left back. Pace is not everything this year. 85 pace is fantastic for a fullback, for my personal opinion. 82 on a centre back is disgusting. That's outrageous behaviour. But I have to say, this little trio here is one I come up against all the time, and it's blooming good. So if you are strapped for coins and you can get a little trio like this in your team, you're laughing. This here, obviously, it's just a normal link, so you do need to play a formation with just the one link there. Otherwise, you are going to have to find somebody that links to these two here. But otherwise, for me personally, if you play like a 4-4-2 or a 4-2-2 or anything like that, where there's just one link apart from the centre, so they link to a CDM or to a left mid only, this is perfect for you. This is such a good little trio. Very overpowered, very meta. Okay, up next we're going to look at a more attacking trio here. 3 very good players. This time we're actually in the Dutch League. We're over at the Eredivisie. So this little trio here, you're looking at 3 Dutch players. All 3 of them are very good, very usable. Up front you are going with Malen, a very good, again, metty, sort of sweaty looking card this year. And next to him you're actually going to go with Burgess. Now Burgess himself, a pretty decent card. I know a lot of people are running Anthony or the Brazilian guy on the wing, but for me, I think Burgess actually has a better card for this meta and gameplay. And then you've got Quincy Promes to round this off here. So this is your little trio that you'll be running. This for me is an incredible trio. Obviously, Quincy Promes or Promes for me would be playing slightly more attacking, so this is running off of like a 4-2-2 or a 4-2-3-1, playing Quincy at either striker or cam, wherever you play him. Malen will play the other. But honestly, Quincy Promes is one of the best meta cards I have used this year. He is absolutely phenomenal. I think he's 5-star 4-star. He is indeed 5-star 4-star. Very good card. I absolutely love his card. The only thing I'd maybe want to boost a little bit, I probably personally would go with either, if you're playing him at cam, I'd probably rock an engine. Just ups the balance a tiny little bit, which for me would be ideal. Otherwise, something like a marksman or a finisher or a sniper, anything like that. If you really want to get that pace up, go with a hawk. But I just think this card is absolutely fantastic, and I really do love it. Burgess, again, a player that I think a lot of people are going to overlook. 4-star, 3-star, the weak foot isn't amazing, but because he's left-footed on that right-hand side, for me, it means it's okay. It's the same with like my Griezmann. I play him on that right-hand side, cut in on his left, and you don't notice the right foot because he doesn't use it all that often. But honestly, I think this guy gets massively overlooked. any form of slight pace boost if you really feel like he needs it as a winger. I play a lot of wingers that have around 80 pace. I mean, I play Benzema as my right cam in game, and I find him to have no issue at all. So this guy for me very much fits the meta, and is just going to be playing through balls to Quincy and to Malin, who again is a phenomenal card. For me, you want to up the shooting just a little bit, potentially the balance just a little bit, but regardless, I think his card looks absolutely phenomenal. This as a trio is sweaty heaven. What a beautiful little trio that is. Okay, up next we're going to go back to a slightly more defensive looking trio, and this one for me is one I think get massively overlooked when you look at these players, especially for the price you can actually pick these cards up for. We're going over to the Bundesliga, and we're actually going to go first of all with a bit of an Austrian move here. We're going to go with Hinteregger, who is a player that I think does not get the respect he deserves when you look at his card. It is absolutely phenomenal. Next to him, we're keeping with the Austrian theme, and we're going with Lena as our right back. And then in the middle of the park, we are actually going to be picking up Lema. So fairly similar in names, but different positions. So this is a very, very defensive trio here. So you're looking at a CDM, a centre-back, and a right-back. If you want to make it a little bit different, if you've got CDMs in the rest of your team, you can pick up someone like Sabitzer. Again, he himself is also Austrian. Also gets 2 green links here, and very much works well as a cam. He's a fantastic wide cam. He's an incredible central cam. But Lema is a phenomenal CDM. He would still be in my team now if my pat luck had not been incredible. I really do like this card. I highly recommend it. Backbone does absolute bits. He is plenty quick enough with 85 pace. The defensive boosts, the strength boost was quite important, I think, but also a little bit to the passing. For me personally, I think this just absolutely is a perfect thing to put onto him. It is a Sentinel card or a Backbone. I went with Backbone. Hinteregger, 71 pace on a centre-back, phenomenal. 81 defence on a centre-back, also great. Also, he's got 82 physicality. He's 6 foot, so not the tallest, but 6 foot for me as a centre-back is actually okay. You maybe want to boost the pace a little bit just because his acceleration is a tad slow, so maybe put like... probably I would just say like an anchor card on him. But honestly, he's a phenomenal card. And Lena, sorry. God, that's going to get confusing. He is a phenomenal right back as well. Defensive stats a tad low. If you really wanted to go mad on him, you could put a shadow on him. But again, an anchor's fine. Otherwise, I would probably go Sentinel on him. But I think he is a phenomenal right back. Just an outright defender as well. He just defends for his life. And is really, really good. And again, Sabitzer at centre mid, if that's more what you're looking for in a cam or a box-to-box. But for me, Lema does the job as a CDM. I love him. This is a beautiful trio. Okay, we are going to stay in the Bundesliga for our next trio, but we're going to change the nation, and this is a more attacking one as well. We're actually going to go to France. We've got Thuram is going to be our first player in this team, a phenomenal looking left wing. Next to him, the perfect link in Plea, who himself is also an incredible card. And then here we're going to play someone who is a cam card when you first get his card, but... in my opinion, he can play box-to-box with the right chem style. He could probably do a job defensively. But for me, as a cam, Nkunku is really, really good. I was suggested to try this guy out from our good friend Shane, a.k.a. Watson. And I'm really glad I tried him out because he's a very, very good card. Again, without the pack like I'd have, this is a trio I would more than happily run. Player is a very, very good finisher. He will just get you goals, and pace not being everything this year means that this guy is more than usable. Honestly, I would probably rock an engine on him. Just boost that dribbling just a little bit, get the pace up to nearer that 80 mark. It's about 76, 77, I think, roughly with an engine, and it gets the passing up just a little bit too. I think his shooting is more than good enough. 4-star, 3-star, again another 3-star weak foot, but for me the 4-star skill moves is the main priority there. You need someone with 4-star skill moves in my opinion. Thuram, incredible card. The only downsides, 3-star, 2-star. That's the only thing I would say to this card is the fact that he is 3-star, 2-star. Now, there is another option in Diaby. Diaby is not a bad card, but Diaby's shooting is like 66, which is why I've personally gone with Thuram. I have used Thuram in game. He does have the basic skill moves, so if you're not a massive skiller like myself, it's perfect for that. One big thing on his card is, again, I would personally rock something like an engine on him just to boost the acceleration a bit. His sprint speed is phenomenal. Just boost that acceleration and boost the balance as well, because 54 balance, I actually didn't feel it too much, but it'd be nice to just give that a little bit of a kick up the backside. And then, like I said before, Nkunku, a beautiful card, really, really good. 4-star, 3-star as well, and medium work rate. He just is a good card. I really do think he's quite quite a versatile player in the middle of the park, good passing as well, really, really usable. Again, if you're going to play him as a box-to-box, I'd maybe suggest an anchor card on him. Otherwise, just anything that boosts the stats that you specifically want out of him. But this is a beautiful trio for me. But now it's time to get into the final trio, which is actually a quad, so it's not a trio. Okay, so we're going to start off this squad with one of the most overpowered strikers I have played against in this entire game. He is Brazilian, he's from the Chinese Super League, and it is Alex Teixeira. This guy is actually ridiculous. Every time I come up against this guy, I know I'm in for a troublesome game because he's just incredible. After that, we're sticking to the Chinese Super League here. We're going with Talisca, a beautiful cam card, very, very good in game, very, very difficult to play against, not one I like seeing at all. Then we're going to go with Paulinho, an incredible looking card as well. Honestly, this team is absolutely disgusting when you look at this quad, because we're finishing it off with Hulk. This as a 4-player, this is a quad team, is outrageous. I mean, you look at each and every one of these cards. High-low work rate, left-footed, so the weak foot again, 3-star is plenty. Hulk is an absolute beast. 94 shot power, it's 98 shot power with a basic chem style. Absolutely ridiculous. Amazing balance, agility a tad low, you can up that if you want. 89 strength, 85 stamina. This guy is going to be running for the entire game, and he's going to be pushing everyone you see off that ball. Paulinho is one of the most underrated CDMs or centre mid cards in this entire game. This is the epitome of a box-to-box centre mid. Look at those defensive stats. Look at the stamina, the jumping. He's physical. He's incredible. This card is absolutely beautiful, and I don't think is being used anywhere near enough. Again, personally, probably just put a catalyst on him, just boost that pace to like 80 plus, get that passing above 80 as well. Then you're looking at a Hooligan card, and this guy is unbelievable. It's about 3,000 coins. It's ridiculous that he's as cheap as he is. Then you can look at Talisca, another phenomenal card, 4-star, 4-star as well, just to tip it all off. Beautiful looking card. Again, an anchor card just absolutely finishes this card off. 82 stamina is plenty for a cam. Great pace, great shooting, great passing, decent dribbling. I sincerely think this card is one of the best and most underrated cams in the game. And then this absolute monster. I hate playing this guy. 4-star, 4-star Teixeira. He is possibly the bane of my FIFA Ultimate Team. Him and Josef Martinez. But he's so much easier to link. There's so many amazing Brazilians. As I've shown you, just 4 of them in this team. There are so many amazing Brazilians. And the fact there are 4 in Chinese Super League that link up this well. Plus you've got Augusto if you'd rather have him instead of anyone. But I don't see why, because this is the perfect 4 players. In my opinion, this is the strongest 4 links or 4 green links in the game for like under 10k. Disgusting. What a squad, man. But that is the end of this video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments as well if there's any other like trio or quad amazing groups here for a cheap budget. Each of these teams that I showed you were less than 10k. Some of them were probably less than like 2 or 3k to pick up the 3 or 4 players. So please let me know down below if there's any that you would recommend to people in the chat and watching the video as well. If you enjoyed it, then please do hit that sub button as well. Join the family. Really appreciate the support recently. It's been incredible. Some of the best support I've ever had since uploading content, so I really do appreciate it. But for now, guys, I want to say a massive thank you for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome, and I'll see you soon. Look after yourselves, and of course, wash your hands in a bit.
Nah, his name is Hursty. Slap bald head, yeah, it'll probably hurt me. Bang top bins, it'll probably hurt you. Ginger, streamer, platform, YouTube. Drop a name in the chat, or say hello. Entertain, yeah, you already know. Capital H, yeah, I'm a read it slow. Hursty games, yeah, you already know.